How to create NFT art with zero coding experience. Despite its vast history dating back to 2012, you're surely reading about NFTs for the 100th time. This is related to the fact that many individuals, particularly investors, are just now becoming interested in the concept. As a consequence, we won't waste your time with pointless bluffs and will instead concentrate on the main topic: how to generate NFT art without coding knowledge using Rarible. That doesn't mean we'll go straight into the conversation without first clarifying what NFT stands for, at the very least for the benefit of individuals who may be learning about the subject for the first time. Welcome to NFT Gardening. In today's video, as you might have guessed it, we're talking about how to create NFT art with zero coding experience. Stick around as we dive deep into the topic, but don't forget to subscribe to the channel. It helps the YouTube gods smile upon us. Understanding NFTs. What's a non-fungible token, you may ask? In short, it's a digital collectible that has certain intrinsic value because it can be used to verify ownership of a unique asset. NFT art is one of many use cases for blockchain technology, and it's one of our favorites. After all, who doesn't like art? Although we have been working with traditional digital art for some time now, creating NFT art is a new experience for many of us. As you might assume, assets in this context do not always relate to cryptocurrencies. Rather, they refer to real-world products like art, music, in-game items, and movies, among other art collections. Notably, the term non-fungible may appear unfamiliar, and you may be unsure what it means in this context. First, in finance, fungibility refers to the feature of a thing or commodity whose component units are fundamentally interchangeable, and each of its pieces is indistinguishable from the others. To put it another way, fungibility occurs when two separate assets have the same value. For example, a unit of a $100 bill and another unit of $100 bills, or possibly 5 units of $20 bills, can be interchanged while maintaining their original worth. In the crypto realm, 1 Bitcoin is the same as 1 Bitcoin, and 1 Ethereum is the same as 1 Ethereum. A non-fungible asset, on the other hand, is unique and has no value in comparison to another NFT of equal or equivalent value. In other words, each NFT has its own set of characteristics, and their value fluctuates. NFTs can be likened to valuable stones such as diamonds, gold, and other gems. How to create NFT art with zero coding experience. The recent surge in market demand for NFTs has encouraged many individuals and potential investors to seek out information on how to produce the digital asset. For example, trade volume at OpenSea went from $1 million in August 2020 and to $8 million in January 2021, and then grew to $50 million in February 2021, according to CoinDesk. Even more exciting, the business announced a $23 million seed funding by Silicon Valley venture capital firm Andreessen Horowitz. This is all proof that NFTs are going to be very disruptive in the crypto space. You're probably just as eager to get into the how-to part. Well, here we go. Contrary to popular opinion, you don't need coding or programming skills to create an NFT, although if you do, it's a huge benefit because it enhances your chances of making sales with higher bids. So, as an amateur, how do you go about doing this? To be honest, there are various approaches to construct an NFT, and although some involve considerable time and work, others require minimal expertise and a shorter time period, potentially less than an hour. Regardless, they are all for sale. NFTs in particular relies on art in any shape or media, and as a result, you may be asked to be creative. We'll use graphic arts as an example to show what the procedure comprises in this scenario. As a graphic artist, for example, you will be expected to use graphic editing software such as Photoshop, MS Paint, CorelDRAW, and others. You will need to come up with a concept. You could find inspiration from the truckloads of work that are currently on all these marketplaces. You might also attempt other options, such as 3D modeling, which is a more harder path for beginners. You'll be asked to build animated visuals, characters, or anything else that would catch the eye of potential clients using a 3D modeling application. You can list your piece of art on a respected NFT marketplace once you finish it, but you'll need to confirm ownership of it before it's put up for sale. At this point, you might be asking, how do you mint an NFT on the blockchain? Well, we'll get to it shortly. How to enlist and sell non-financial tokens. The procedure of minting NFT art varies from site to site, and this is mostly due to the blockchain protocol used by each. There may be a need to apply to construct a project that will be marketed as an NFT on various marketplaces. In other circumstances, all you have to do is go to the marketplace and establish a MetaMask wallet. So what is a MetaMask wallet? A MetaMask is a term that refers to a wallet that exists solely on your computer and gives you complete control over your money. It's also a software Bitcoin wallet that interacts with the Ethereum blockchain. It enables users to access their Ethereum wallet through a browser extension or mobile app, which may subsequently be used to engage with decentralized apps. NFTs are frequently kept on the Ethereum blockchain, but they may be stored on other blockchains as well. With a MetaMask wallet, a user may become a potential trader. In other words, they can be buyers and sellers. They can also submit their NFT art to the marketplace, wait for it to be whitelisted, and then patiently wait for buyers to contact them. NFT art sales are lucrative. They allow artists to commercialize their work, enhance their income, eliminate intermediaries. But they have one important disadvantage. Artists are charged a very high gas cost. To put it another way, at the conclusion of every successful sale, a hefty commission is imposed, which may prohibit artists from generating as much money as they could. Furthermore, the majority of projects with a marketplace for NFTs do not have their own tokens. Some actually exist, like as the FN currencies issued by FN, a decentralized NFT marketplace for African art. In terms of market pricing, the majority of these coins have a long way to go. As you can see, this industry is still in its infancy, and once widespread acceptance occurs, it will only expand and grow. I have no doubt that this market will explode in the next few years. Hopefully you guys see the potential and won't miss this train. That is all we have for today. I hope you guys liked the video and it was informative. Don't forget to like this video and turn on your bell notifications for more videos like this. Take care and goodbye.